Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm so glad you're here with me. Let's talk about something really important today. We're diving into a fact that affects over 1 billion people. It's about families, choices, and the future of an entire nation. China's birth rate is falling fast. This isn't just numbers on a chart. It's about real people and real lives changing. Why does this matter to you? Because China's changes ripple across the entire world. What happens there affects jobs, economies, and global trends. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's explore this together. I promise to keep it simple and interesting throughout our journey. Let's start with the facts. China's birth rate has been dropping steadily for over 10 years now. It's really quite dramatic. In 2016, China had about 17.9 million births. By 2023, that number dropped to just 9 million births. That's nearly half. The fertility rate is even more telling. It measures how many children each woman has on average during her lifetime today. China's fertility rate now sits at around 1.0. That means each woman has just one child on average in her life. To keep a population stable, you need about 2.1 children per woman. China is way below that crucial replacement level right now. Last year, China's population actually shrank. For the first time in 60 years, deaths outnumbered births across the entire country. So what's causing this dramatic drop? There are several big reasons. Let's break them down one by one for clarity. First, there's the legacy of the one-child policy. From 1980 to 2015, most families could only have one child legally allowed. This policy shaped how people think about families. An entire generation grew up as only children. They know nothing different at all. Even though the policy ended in 2015, its effects continue. People's attitudes about family size changed permanently over those 35 years. Second, raising children in China has become incredibly expensive. Cities like Beijing and Shanghai are particularly costly places to live today. Housing prices have skyrocketed over the past 2 decades. Young couples struggle to afford apartments big enough for even one child comfortably. Education costs are enormous too. Parents invest heavily in tutoring and private classes. They want their children to succeed in competitive society. Third, modern life is demanding and stressful for young people. Work hours are long. The famous 996 culture means working 9 to 9. Young women especially face tough choices about careers. Having children often means stepping back from work. That's a sacrifice many aren't willing to make. Gender inequality in the workplace persists strongly. Women still handle most childcare duties. This double burden makes having children less appealing to many. Fourth, traditional family structures have weakened significantly. Grandparents used to help raise children. Now many live far from their adult children permanently. Young people are also marrying later than before. Some choose not to marry at all. Marriage rates have fallen alongside birth rates quite noticeably. Chinese officials recognize this is a serious problem. They've tried various policies to encourage more births. Let's see what they've done. In 2016, the government ended the one-child policy completely. Families could now have 2 children without any penalties or restrictions whatsoever. But births didn't increase much or for long. There was a small bump, then the decline continued even faster than before, unfortunately. In 2021, China allowed 3 children per family officially. Again, the impact was minimal. People weren't convinced to have more babies yet. The government has introduced financial incentives too. Some cities offer cash payments for second and third children born to local families. There are housing subsidies in certain areas now. Tax breaks exist for larger families. Parental leave has been extended in some provinces gradually. Some regions are building more childcare facilities. They're trying to make it easier for parents to work while raising children together. But these measures haven't reversed the trend yet. Experts say the incentives aren't large enough. The fundamental problems remain mostly unaddressed today. A declining birth rate creates serious challenges ahead. China's population is aging rapidly. This will transform society in profound ways soon. By 2050, over 400 million Chinese will be over 60. That's more than the entire population of the United States right now. Who will support all these elderly people financially? Fewer young workers means less tax revenue. The pension system faces enormous pressure building up. China's economic growth could slow down significantly. A shrinking workforce means less innovation. Fewer consumers means reduced domestic demand for goods too. The government worries about losing its competitive edge. China's rise was powered by abundant young workers. That advantage is disappearing very quickly now. There are healthcare concerns as well mounting. An aging population needs more medical care. But there won't be enough young healthcare workers around eventually. Rural areas face particular challenges ahead of them. Young people have moved to cities for work. Many villages have only elderly residents left behind now. China isn't alone in this demographic challenge today. Japan, South Korea, and many European nations face similar problems with aging populations. Japan's experience is especially relevant to study carefully. Its birth rate fell decades ago. Now over 28% of Japanese people are over 65. Japan has struggled with economic stagnation, partly due to demographics. Innovation slowed down. The workforce shrank. Growth became increasingly difficult to achieve. South Korea has the world's lowest fertility rate currently. It's even lower than China's at just 0.7 children per woman on average. European countries have tried many policies to boost births. France offers generous parental leave and childcare support. Sweden provides substantial family benefits too. These policies help somewhat, but don't fully solve problems. No country has successfully reversed a fertility decline once it starts going down significantly. The lesson seems clear enough to understand. Once birth rates fall, they're very hard to raise back up again despite government efforts. What does the future hold for China exactly? That depends on choices made today. But the trends don't look promising right now. Some experts predict China's population could halve by 2100. That would mean 700 million people instead of 1.4 billion today living there. Others think technology might help fill the gaps. Automation and AI could replace human workers. This might offset workforce declines partially, at least. Immigration could be another solution, theoretically speaking. But China has historically been closed to large-scale immigration from other countries nearby. Cultural changes might eventually shift attitudes about children. Perhaps future generations will value family differently. But that would take considerable time to happen. China's falling birth rate is one of the century's biggest demographic stories unfolding. It will reshape China and impact the entire world economy. This isn't just about statistics and numbers. It's about millions of individual choices. It's about young people weighing their dreams against reality daily. The challenge is complex with no easy answers. Economic pressures, social changes, and personal freedoms all collide here in complicated ways together. As we watch this story unfold over coming years, one thing is certain. China's demographic shift will have consequences far beyond its borders eventually. Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. I hope this helped you understand this important issue better. Until next time, take care.